Good morning/afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. We're going to explore a critical and complex issue, mass shootings. This presentation will provide a comprehensive overview, covering everything from how we define these tragic events to understanding the motivation behind them, the profound impacts on communities, and the policies aimed at prevention. We'll also look ahead to future directions in addressing this challenge. I hope this session will offer valuable insights and inspire thoughtful discussion. Let's dive in. When we talk about a mass shooting, we're referring to an incident where at least four people are shot or killed, not counting the shooter. These tragic events often lead to a high number of casualties, which naturally causes a lot of fear and alarm in society because they happen so suddenly and often seem random. Because of their severity and impact, mass shootings tend to dominate the news, drawing intense media attention. This, in turn, raises serious public concern about safety and how we can prevent such incidents from happening in the future. When we look at the causes and motivations behind mass shootings, there are several key factors to consider. First, mental health plays a significant role. Conditions like trauma and personality disorders can contribute to these tragic events. Additionally, domestic violence often underlies many of these incidents, highlighting the dangerous dynamics within some households. Extremist ideologies also fuel violence, driving individuals toward mass shootings as a means of expressing their beliefs. Social alienation is another critical factor. When perpetrators feel isolated or disconnected from society, it can increase the risk of violent behavior. Access to firearms is a major concern, especially the availability of semi-automatic weapons, which makes carrying out mass shootings tragically easier. Lastly, broader societal influences, such as inadequate support systems and the way media portrays violence, can further motivate individuals to commit these acts. Understanding these causes is essential in addressing and preventing future tragedies. Looking at the data from 2020 to 2023, we can see some sobering statistics about mass shootings in the United States. On average, each incident resulted in about 5 fatalities and 8 injuries. The overall number of incidents during this period was around 600, which highlights how frequently these tragic events occur. These figures emphasize the serious impact of mass shootings, not only in the loss of lives, but also in the number of people injured. It's important to understand these numbers as we discuss potential solutions and preventive measures. When a community experiences a traumatic event, the psychological impact is often profound and widespread, leading to collective trauma and long-lasting conditions like PTSD. This doesn't just affect individuals, but the community as a whole. Economically, these events disrupt businesses, incur medical expenses, and discourage investment, all of which slow down recovery and growth. Socially, fear and insecurity can take root, damaging the sense of belonging and trust that help communities thrive. To truly recover, it's essential to have accessible mental health services and policies aimed at strengthening community resilience, so people can rebuild not only their lives, but also their shared sense of safety and support. Now, let's talk about prevention and policy measures that can make a real difference. First, strengthening firearm background checks is crucial. This means making sure that anyone buying a gun undergoes a thorough review to prevent dangerous individuals from obtaining weapons. Next, the implementation of red flag laws plays a key role. These laws allow authorities to temporarily remove firearms from people who may pose a risk to themselves or others based on clear evidence. Community programs are another important focus, especially those addressing social alienation and domestic violence, which can often be underlying factors in violence. Expanding mental health services is equally vital, as early intervention can help identify and support individuals before situations escalate. Finally, enhancing security in schools and public spaces helps create safer environments and reduces the risk of violent incidents in places where people gather. Together, these measures form a comprehensive approach to prevention. Let's look at some of the most notable mass shootings in recent history. First, the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in Connecticut, where a young shooter attacked an elementary school, leading to a national conversation about gun control and school safety. Then, in 2017, the Las Vegas shooting became the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history, occurring during a music festival and profoundly impacting the nation. Finally, the 2018 Parkland school shooting in Florida not only shocked the community, but also sparked widespread student-led activism, with young people demanding changes to gun laws and increased school safety measures. Each of these tragic events has played a significant role in shaping the ongoing debate around gun violence in America. When we look at the controversies and public debates surrounding gun control, there are several key points to consider. First, there's a clear division in public opinion. On one side, gun control advocates are pushing for stricter laws to enhance safety, while on the other, opponents strongly emphasize protecting Second Amendment rights, highlighting the tension between regulation and individual freedoms. Another important aspect is the role of mental health in mass shooting discussions. While addressing mental health is crucial, these conversations sometimes risk unfairly stigmatizing individuals with mental health disorders, which can distract from broader issues and solutions. Media coverage also plays a significant role and faces criticism for sensationalizing violent events. This type of coverage can inadvertently inspire copycat incidents, raising ethical questions about how the media reports on these tragedies. Additionally, there's the ongoing struggle to balance effective security measures with protection of civil liberties. This is a complex challenge because increasing security often risks infringing on personal freedoms, and finding the right balance is essential but difficult. Finally, public opinion on these issues tend to be highly polarized, often falling along political and cultural lines. This polarization makes it harder to find common ground and develop policies that address the concerns of all stakeholders. All of these factors contribute to a very complex and often heated public debate. Looking ahead, it's clear that without effective intervention, we can expect mass shootings to become more frequent and have a greater impact. To address this, one crucial step is strengthening gun laws, including the enforcement of comprehensive background checks to prevent firearms from falling into the wrong hands. Equally important is investing in mental health infrastructure, which plays a key role in both prevention and providing crisis support when needed. Alongside these efforts, promoting education and awareness about violence prevention can help communities recognize warning signs and reduce risks. Ultimately, no single solution will suffice. We need a collaborative, multifaceted approach that combines these strategies to effectively reduce this threat in the years ahead.